Hey there troopers, the Imperial Outpost here, back again for another unboxing video. And today it's going to be the turn of one of my new Black Series helmets that I picked up recently. It is, as you can see, the Armourer helmet as seen in The Mandalorian.
It is a tradition and option of what they earn to the foundlings. It is forged your next piece of armor. Mandalorian steel shall keep you safe as you grow stronger. You grow into your station.
And just looking at the box, it does look quite a unique helmet. So, as always, I like to start by showing you guys the box before we open it up and take a closer look at what's inside. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look at the box. As you can see, it's the Black Series standard 5-sided box with the cutout here with a lovely picture of the character. I do like that. They've done a good job on these boxes, these new style with this cutout. It's really nice. On this side, we have another picture of the helmet with a little cutout down the bottom showing the inside part of the helmet. On the back here, this shows you what the actual helmet does incorporate, and by looking at this, it's similar to the Din Djarin Mandalorian helmet with a light inside. No voice changer, thank God for that. Moving round to this side, we've got some nice schematics of the helmet there and some Orbis writing, obviously the picture of the helmet there. So that's the sides of the box. On the top, we have just a nice side-on view of the helmet with the Star Wars Black Series logo there. So that's the helmet, everyone. Let's open her up and take a closer look. So we have the instructions here that tells you about the head part of it, how to adjust it to your head, where the lights are and the switches, and where the batteries go. Okay. So, here we go. Well, first impressions of this helmet, I've got to admit, is, although it's a beautiful design, it doesn't look like a real helmet. How can I put it? It looks like a toy helmet, basically. It looks plasticky. Now the weathering on it, as you can see, there's a load of bumps on it. I think that would have been better if they'd actually had that smooth, but put weathering on it, not these bumps. I don't know what the idea of these bumps are. Don't know. Strange. I mean, to me, that looks like that the paint's bubbling. You know, when the paint doesn't adhere to the surface and it starts to bubble. Yeah. The horns here, yeah, they're actually incorporated into there. So, you know, do they look metal-like? I would say no. Take a closer look. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but they could have done a better job in making these more look metal, you know? yeah, I wouldn't say this is Black Series' best attempt at the helmet. It's by far not their worst helmet, but it's in that ballpark. I mean, I looking at it, obviously, it looks like a Greek or a Roman. Well, I would say more Greek style helmet. Look on that, which is really good, you know, as we saw it in the series of the Mandalorian. But I really hoped that they would have done a better job with this. Yeah, so first impressions, I'm not overly impressed with the paint job on here, honestly. The colour, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bronze, more of a dark gold, you know. But yeah, so my views on the paintwork, not good. I mean, the weathering on the Shore Trooper helmet wasn't fantastic, but that's a superior helmet compared with this one. I mean, when you think what they've done with the Mandalorian helmet, the Din Djarin's helmet, that looked like Beskar, that looked like silver. Just an awesome helmet, that one. But this one, yeah, it looks like a rush job, if you ask me. Now, you could, I guess, repaint this. So buy some gold paint or paint close to what the original helmet is like. Get all this rubbed down, get rid of these bubbles here, you know, these, which, you know, I know you're on about wear and tear, but I don't know what kind of wear and tear that is, you know. But yeah, I may even do that myself yet. I don't know. I'll see. I don't know. You can if you want to, like I say. Let's show you where the batteries go. Now, it's the same as Din Djarin's battery compartment. You pull this off the side, which comes off easy. Okay, and you've got a screw there that you take out, and we can put some batteries in it. So let's let me get some batteries in that, and then we'll come back and take a look at the lighting feature. Okay, so I've got the batteries in, and I was correct. As you can see, we have the lights here, one there and one there, and you have the button which is just there. So that turns them on and off. Obviously, when you're wearing the helmet, you can just push that button underneath, and the light comes on. Now there you go, you can see it there. Okay, and then push the button again, and the light goes off. What you should do, there you go, on, off. When it's off, as soon as you tip it upside down, the light comes on again. So that's exactly the same as Din Djarin's helmet. Okay, so that's the light itself and the operation of the light. Let's get on to the inside of the helmet. And this is probably the best feature on the Mandalorian, well, it is Mandalorian on this helmet, which is the inside. And it's a usual Black Series now, usual detailing inside, which is great. Yep, look at that. That's brilliant, isn't it? You know, and that, I've got to say, is the best part about this helmet, is the inside. Now the strap here for your head, okay, If you're going to use this for cosplay, I would take that strap out and put in your own padding and that to fit your head. Okay. Yeah, and also I would say if you're going to use it for cosplay, definitely do a respray on this helmet. Definitely, you can make this a lot better, a lot better. Okay, so let's compare this helmet with Din Djarin's helmet. So as you can see, when you look at Din Djarin's helmet, it looks metal, silver. You know, go round to the back here. You know, that looks like metal. It's a really fantastic job that they've done on this. Granted, it's just one colour and no weathering on it, but that's how that helmet is. And you look at this and it's an awesome helmet. Looks so real. But compare it to this here. Okay. This looks like a toy. It doesn't look metal. It doesn't look like a proper helmet. You know, I know it is a proper helmet. What I mean is it looks like something a child would play with as opposed to this one. You know, this one, I mean, cosplaying this one, it's fantastic, you know. But if you're going to cosplay in this, I would say completely give it a respray. You know, I mean, even the horns here, as I said earlier, they don't look metal. Look, compare it with Din Djarin's. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but it's not a good job done. Not a good job done, you know. What can I say? When you compare these two, you know, there's just no comparison. It's like a Mercedes and a Skoda. No offense to Skoda. Yeah. Okay, so what's it like to wear this helmet? Well, I've got to say, the vision out of this helmet is actually very, very good. You can see left, right, up and down. In fact, it's probably the second best feature about this helmet, apart from the inside, is the vision. I've got to say, though, it is a cool look. You know, you do feel like a Greek soldier in the Trojan Wars, you know, wearing this helmet. Hasn't got a voice changer, which is a good thing because they are rubbish. The lights, I don't see any need to use them, to be honest with you. You know, nice to have them in there, but, you know, a bit useless, really, if you ask me. So, if you want to see what it's like wearing the helmet, let me show you. So this is the wearer's view. So, what are my thoughts on this helmet? Should you buy this helmet? I would personally say, if you've got the money and you're going to buy a helmet, then don't buy this helmet as your first helmet. There's plenty of other Black Series helmets out there, just like the Din Djarin helmet, which I showed you compared with this one. I would say, as a first helmet, this is not a good buy. If you're a collector, yes, then buy it like myself to add to your collection. If you want to cosplay, yes, buy the helmet, but it will need a respray for a cosplay. Do I give this one a thumbs up? No, definitely not a thumbs up for this one. I would say this is probably one of Black Series' worst helmets that they've done. It's like they've done a rush job on it, you know, or we've got to get it out there. So unfortunately, troopers, I would give this one a miss unless you can afford it and you want it in your collection. There we are, everybody. Thanks very much for watching. Until the next video, long live the Empire.